What's going on in the Cincinnati real estate market now? Let's talk about that right after this. Hi, I'm Rhonda with Comey & Shepherd here in Cincinnati, and oh my gosh, what a difference a month makes. This has been the wildest ride. I cannot even express just how crazy it's been. But let's just dive into the numbers for November of 2021, and maybe you'll understand what I'm talking about. In November, we sold 2,026 units. That was down 9% from the prior month, but up from a year ago. Our lowest price property was $14,500, and that was an Avondale 2-bedroom, 1-bath property. When it says, please use caution when entering the home or viewing the home, you know it's bad. That property was on the market 224 days, was listed at $20,000 and ultimately sold for $14,500. Our highest priced property was in Deerfield Township, Mason Schools in Long Cove. Long Cove it's always been kind of my dream community. There's water running through it. It's just this gorgeous, did I say gorgeous? Like gorgeous community. This home was a 7,000 square foot property with 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. It had the retractable wall of windows and then remote controlled screens in the back with, kind of a screened in porch. But you could literally be inside, outside living, almost like they have on certain islands. It was gorgeous. But that property was listed and sold for $1.85 in just 7 days. Our average sale was actually up 1%, and it's up to $294.75. So just ever so slightly, but we'll take it. And when you look at the average sale a year ago, we're up a lot, like 40 grand. Our days on market did increase. So it went from 13 to 15. Our median days on market is 5. That's the highest we've seen in 2 years, maybe year and a half. At the beginning of the month, we had 1,520 units available for sale. And as of yesterday, we had 1,436. So let's remember, we sold 2,000 this month or in November, and we have 1,476 units available. So still an inventory issue. We have 3 weeks maybe of inventory. And this is why we're not having a crash. We still don't have enough inventory to meet demand. So very much a seller's market. If you recall, an even market is when there's 5 to 6 months of inventory. And what that means is whatever we have on the market, if nothing new comes on, how long does it take to sell through what we have? And so 3 weeks is all it would take. So yes, it's still a seller's market. It's still a great time to list your home. And if you're considering that at all, now is the time to start talking about that, because we need to be very strategic about how and when we would list your home based on what your needs are. There are certain weeks of the year that are not as good to list. And then there are times that, maybe it's a little more competitive. But the thing that's really going on right now, and the reason why I said it's crazy. We when I did this last month, I was like sitting around, didn't really know what to do. I had some things in contract, and so did my team. But we were kind of like, oh, okay, December might be a little quiet, like maybe not. We're not real sure where things are headed. And all of a sudden, boom, like it went nuts, as in phone ringing off the hook. Buyers are wanting to go out and see things. Every home that we see right now is, even if they're doing overlapping showings, they're not doing, like 5 people going into the house at one time. So it may be, 1 or 2 groups of people going in, and it's booked. Like we can't even get in. And if we do get in, there's a bunch of people there. So things are still going into multiple offers. Things are going quickly. And I mean, I just don't see an end in sight when you only have 1,400 units to sell. That's all over the city. That's not just in one area. Different price points, different sizes, styles, all of that. Some are condos, some are homes. And so you start dividing that up and you go, whew, okay, supply and demand is back. It's a thing. And that's why prices end up increasing, is because there's just not supply. So know that if you're out looking right now, yes, there's a shortage, and it's really important to make sure that you've reviewed all of the options with your lender, or, if you're looking at using cash, that you have proof of funds and that you are ready to go. The other part of that is we are seeing, again, people saying, not going to do an inspection. I'm just going to waive that, or I'll do it just for my purposes so I know what's going on in the property, but I am not asking the sellers to make repairs. Appraisal gap coverage, that's back, and it's big. We're just going to cover the appraisal gap. We don't care how much it is. We've got cash. We're going to make that happen. And so again, for those of you who have cash, it's hard for you to compete with these people who are financing, but saying, I'll cover the appraisal, and they're 30,000 above where you are as a cash buyer. What do you do? Well, you may consider, as a cash buyer, you may consider financing and offering also to cover that appraisal gap. That is one option. But there's just all those things that we talked about all summer long. They are back, and they are back in full force on properties that are priced competitively, and they're in a market that people really want to be in. And right now, that's almost everywhere, because again, 1,400 units. So hope that this is helpful, but certainly if you have questions, reach out. We are still getting offers accepted, and we are happy to work with you and whatever it is that you feel comfortable with to get you into a new house for 2022. All right. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next month.